it's just so Trish, and it's week 27. Woo, mamas, I'm forcing it. Forcing it. Lots more of this is needed to make me right. So here we go. Okay, I had to totally do a second take on this because the first one was before like half the coffee kicked in. And I was just like, hey, mamas. So I am forcing it. I was up last night too late. And I still have Jamie's on. But I put her like shirt so it doesn't look so bad to me. So I was up too late last night. I had a full-out anxiety attack in an overcrowded restaurant. Totally embarrassed myself. Tears running down my face. It was bad. But I survived it. Anyway, it was a rough one. Oh, my poor kids. You know, and I don't think my kids have ever seen me that bad. It was bad. It was so bad. So it's week 27. Here's what to look forward to. 1, we did a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing our kind of 4-H garden record books last week. And during it, I actually videoed our work. And so I'm going to I have those videos kind of clipped together. And I'm going to post them later today. So I will put a card up. When I get it all done, put a card up there. Sometimes I say I'm going to put a card up there and then I'm missing it. I do love my sweet friends who remind me, you have not put a card up there. So I do kind of require you as my lovely viewers, my friends on the other side of the camera, remind me if I haven't put a card up because I'm really bad about that. Like, I'm like, oh, full intentions, and then life is just happening. So later today, I'm going to post a video, a summary of what we've done. I'm going to try and start doing that more often. It was a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun years later to go back and watch it. And I'll put links to all the stuff we used. That was number 1 I wanted to tell you. We are doing really good. If you've seen on the Walmart haul, I converted to more composition books. This is working out so much better. I don't have loose paper everywhere. I'm still planning out for next year, and then I also changed up. I like to change up my forms. I'm thinking I like doing the homemade prints. I don't know, my homemade planner style. One of the things I'm finding to be much more helpful is instead of being like Monday I want this done, Tuesday I want that done, the whole 9 yards. Instead of doing that, because I think there's a mental block for them on what, you know, like if they didn't get Monday, they felt behind. Well, this doesn't have that feeling of behind. I want it done for the week. So this is helping. I was typing it all out, but I'm finding I probably just need a form. And one of the ways I do the form is I leave a lesson spot, and then for the math you see, I'm only highlighting the pages I want done. My son, he has an issue with math UC. He doesn't, I know math UC is not going to be a perfect fit for a long time, for the long haul. This is definitely to fix what we need to fix right now. Anyway, so he had this one, and every portion of every lesson, and it was like finding the unknown, he didn't bother doing. And I was like, why did you not do any of this? He's like, well, I don't understand it. And I'm like, did you watch the video? He hadn't watched the video. He didn't want to be bothered watching the video. I had to let him know he can read the book, though. So he doesn't want to watch the video. He hates watching the videos. And I'm just like, that's too bad. But it does have me thinking, like, he doesn't mind if, and I think if it was a lesson every day on the computer, he would be more up for it. But it's like, it's out of that normalness routine. Like, oh, I need to watch a video now. So as much as I love the Saxon Math, I don't know if we'll do Saxon Math and get the dive into math DVDs for it. I've also been contemplating teaching textbooks, and I've been looking at that only because it would be so much easier that I don't have to grade it. Would be nice. Would be a really nice thing. So, oh, going back to this. I even left the spot so I have an 8 spot for doing our spelling words, so I can write the spelling words in there. Okay, that's about all that's on there. Yeah, that's all that's on there. So, we're going to have a good week this week. We're going to work on 4-H stuff, fish, get that stuff done. I haven't got my stuff from the 4-H mall. I cannot wait to get that because I will do a video on what I bought and show you what I can get from the 4-H mall and what you can get. You don't even have to be a 4-H'er to get it. But this next week, we're going to be working on our presentations that are the week following week they have. And as a former 4-H'er that did those things, and then as a mama, I totally get where you're like, I don't even know. And, you know, everybody's volunteers that help. And so everybody's trying to help where they can. So to help out, sometime next week, I will put a video on like how to plan the presentation. I might even do it presentation style because that would be really funny and enjoyable. So, I might do that. And I'm still working on editing out names for, to show the kids work that they did last year. Because it was really good. Katie did one on like how to make a dress from scratch. Bubba did, how to percolate the perfect pot of coffee is what he did. And it was nice because he makes our coffee a lot of times. And it worked out really well because it gave him the ability to talk on something that he's already very comfortable doing. So he didn't have to learn the topic in order to talk on it. So that was like why we did that one. So what I really want to do is kind of highlight a couple of questions I got this week. They were great. They were awesome. And I will say I feel so blessed when I have like a spur of the moment video and it is so well received by you guys. And it's funny because I'm like, I wouldn't have thought of that being, you know, so needed or so. So I definitely love the comments. Keep them coming. Tell me what you got going on because they might spur a video. I had gotten an email, the one that spurred, you know, I might, for the brand new homeschool mom who has a kid starting kindergarten in the next 5 years, you know, just kind of off the cheek, a little fun. Because we can make ourselves a little bit crazy and yet they're too. That was spurred because just getting emails, getting comments of like, help. And, you know, just feeling so blessed at how many people that have really loved that video. I'm like, thank you. That's why I went through all that hell. So I can love you through yours. So I have 2 comments this week that I am addressing. I did respond in the comments, but I just want to bring 2 to you, and hopefully I say their names right. Hopefully. All right. The first one that I got for the week that I just loved is by Brett Markham, and it's about how do I have space to have these grand bookcases behind me. Yeah. To be honest with you, they're in front of windows. They are blocking windows. So later on this week, I am going to do a tour of my little house that, I mean, it's 1,600 square feet. For some people, it's not little, it's grand. For 8 people, it's tight. And I'm going to show you the bookcases I have and how I do them and try to make it work. I'm not a designer. I have an idea of what I like, but let me tell you, I am not the one who's implementing it into a beautiful house. And at the same time, we are here for now, but we don't plan. This is not a forever home. So I don't want to spend a lot of time or money or effort in something that I will feel futile. And I will say that, and the other house I lived in was for 10 years, and I had the same mentality. So I do feel the need to change that mentality. But anyway, so I'm jabbering. So I'm going to do a video on that. I did not clean the house up much, but I did pick up some when I do that video. Just so you know, because it's going to be real, because I'm not cleaning it for you. Okay, so Brette. I really think it's Brette. It's B-R-E-T-T-E. Brette. So look forward to that this week. I'm kind of I didn't ever really think of doing a video on that. But I don't think it's a bad idea. I'll do that. All right, the next one, actually, and I've had like wonderful talking to her last night too, through commenting. Maria Maldonado. Love her. I kind of hope she starts YouTubing. I need to check to see if you are YouTubing or if you're just a viewer. She's kind of awesome. She speaks, okay, from our comments. She is a native Spanish speaker. She's fluent in English, and she's fluent in ASL. Her husband and son, well, you put on a comment, so I'm assuming it's okay for me to share that, are both deaf, and then she has 3 girls. So I'm assuming you have 4 kids total. Anyway, she is wanting to know about homeschooling multiple ages at one time. So she has a 2nd grader, kindergartner, and a pre-K-er. Okay, I will say sometimes I am not the best one for that. Only because I feel like I'm not, well, we're getting it done, but as I've moved into really having the first 3, fine, and that's my 5th grader, my 4th grader, and my 2nd grader. Easy, we get it done, mostly because they're independent. You know, making that time for the kindergartner is hard for me, but which is one of the reasons why I don't force it as much. And the other aspect, she doesn't have the attention span yet, so I'm not gonna make her crazy, me really crazy, chasing her down to try and get her to do something she doesn't want to do. The pre-K-er, if he shows interest, then we'll do something. But if he doesn't, I'm not bothering with him. He can play. Plenty of time for that later. And then the baby's just like walking around wrecking havoc. So for the most part, in our world, the 3 oldest are working, the 3 bottom are playing and keeping track of, you know, the 5-year-old's keeping track of the bottom 2 for the most part. I mean, number 5, who's 3 years old, is pretty much like, leave me alone. I'm doing my cars and my trains. And so the 5-year-old chases and aggravates the baby because it's the only time she can play mama on that child because everybody else is busy. But for you, having those ages, I would start youngest to oldest, because if you want to get that time done for the youngest, you need to start first off the bat. And then they feel like they've done school, and then they go and leave you alone and go play. So, if I was going to do anything with a pre-K kid, it would be 15 minutes. And, you know, in this case, at 15 minutes, I'm doing easy peasy because there's a video and a little art project. And I'm like, that is enough. That is all we need to do. So we do that maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then I go get some more coffee. And then I would deal with the kindergartner. And again, I would do easy peasy because it isn't heavily involved. And I would do 30 minutes and move forward 30 minutes and maybe get an alpha phonics, 100 easy lessons to read, the learning to read. I would skip to her phonetics and do her phonetics and her sight word part at the same time. Or I would get phonetic pathways. So I have all those videos I'm reading. I would grab one of those and have that along with it. So I would do that for 30 minutes at the most. And then I would go get more coffee and I would go work with my 2nd grader. And maybe just 2 hours. I mean, really. And then go have fun. Go have fun. I mean, you got 2nd graders. Go do stuff. Go explore. Go have fun. Watch good movies. Plant a garden. Go fishing if you're into that. You know, go and just experience the natural world and go get involved. I mean, second grade, you still don't have much. And read good books. Just read some good picture books. And you should have plenty of time. And the nice part is when you read the picture books, the second grader, pre-K, and the kindergartner are probably going to be like, phew, and just read out loud. And you're totally covered. So, all right. So this ended up being just as long as the other video, but at least I'm peppy. Thank you to coffee. Again, I will talk to you later. Thank you for subscribing. I'm sorry I rabbit trailed all through this video. It's just another Manic Monday. I wish it was a Sunday. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Keep the comments coming. Peace out.